When you talk about it, people automatically think about endless foreign wars, fiat currency, blah, 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 right? But the thing is, Alberta, if it did join the Union, would have the opportunity to write its own state constitution and get creative and take care of all that stuff while still having access to economic opportunities, seaports, things like that. And so, it's not a thing where we haven't thought this through or looked at it. So, I mean, but that's the other thing. Couldn't Texas, instead of talking about, they're just exploring it, but couldn't they just amend their state constitution to put a stop to these things that they don't like and enforce it? I mean, enforce their own border, enforce, you know what I'm saying?
Sure, and honestly, the governors have been going rogue independent in that way. You know that.
Yeah.
Abbott in Texas, DeSantis, the whole crew.
Right.
But here's the point, though, Mike, and this, you and I sit at the 100,000-foot view, right? And I'm just saying, okay, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And what I think is going on, when you look at Texas, when you look at Alberta, when you look at the governors and stuff, what I think's going on is a movement of the people, capital P-E-O-P-L-E. The people, both in Texas and in Alberta, the common ground here, okay, with both the House bill in Texas and with both the Alberta vote, Alberta-51 vote.com. Same question. It's talking to the people. What do the people of Texas think? What do the people of Alberta think?
Yeah.
And then you get to the next level of conversation. But the point is, something's happening. We're getting to that conversation, Mike.
Right.
Whether a state goes independent, whether you tweak the state constitution a little bit, whatever. You did touch on, before I finish here, I know I get long on it, but you touched, I can't talk about this enough, the state constitution. When Alberta-51 becomes a 51st state, they're able to draft their own constitution, and in that constitution, you build in First Amendment, Second Amendment, freedom of speech, freedom of to bear arms. But you build in, Mike, universal health care. Mike?
You could,
you build in voucher schools, Mike.
Yeah,
like
if that's
Arizona's
what people want,
doing.
yeah.
And then boom. And if you do that, the difference in the states, again, the states isn't perfect. Come on. The states is a grease fire under Joe Biden. States isn't perfect, but it's a lot much more perfect than any other country I know in the world, simply because of the republic model. We've talked about it. But bottom line, when you're like Alaska, you draft a state constitution that gives oil royalties to their citizens. In Alberta, you draft a constitution that says no more equalization. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. But non plus, okay, no more. You can do that, and Alberta people can do that, and Texas can do that. And this conversation can only come out good, Mike, good, whether it's statehood, independence, for the people. You know, the 4 million people in Alberta, the 4 million people in Texas. Here we go. They need to be heard, Mike. They need to be heard.
That's it. And just talking